Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. It's the weekend, which means only one thing. It's time for that weekly news roundup. As always, we will begin with FPGA gaming news, the MiSTer, the Analogue Pocket, and any other FPGA gaming news out there. After that, we will move over to some random and retro gaming stuff. Timestamps have been made available, so use those to navigate your way around the video. If you want to check the sources, there's a link to a page on metalgamesolid.com that will have all my sources on an article on that website. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. If you wish to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon set up. And also don't forget to check out the sponsor of the weekly news show, Mr. Add-ons, an absolutely awesome family run business that'll take care of all your MiSTer needs. And finally guys, before we pack it up and pack it in, check out Free Play City, London's best arcade. Kickstarting this week's episode with some great news of a new arcade system, or a new arcade core coming over to both the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. So we have a tweet here from Marcus Jordan, aka Boogerman, and over here he says, "Knew this? Who did a small timeline of graphics hardware being re-implemented in HDL. There are still some bugs and all of the audio hardware needs to be done." And you can see some of the stuff here and you're going to see through it. Here you go. And the game that they show is Nibbler, a game called Nibbler, not a game that I'm familiar with, but hey, I did a little bit of research and I looked into it. So over here, right, let's have a look at it. Where is the hardware in it? Here you go. This is the SNK 6502 based hardware. But let's go down, and on this post here, we've got a series of games that's available on there. So Nibbler that you're seeing on there. So we're looking at the main games here. There's like different versions of the game, different regional titles, but the games we've got is another one here called Pioneer Balloon, Sasuke versus Commander, Satan of Saturn. What a name. Okay, and this one over here, Vanguard. So a few different games, oldies but goldies. Do let me know if you played this stuff in the arcade, if you're around when this stuff was around. But yeah, nice to see a core like this coming out for both the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. Exact ETA is unknown, but as soon as there's a playable version out and it's available, or I get a copy of it from Marcus, I'll be sure to share it on the channel. In the meantime, like, educate me guys, let me know, or tell me of your time in the arcade if you played any of these titles, because honestly, I've never played any of these titles beyond first seeing it in this post over here. More great news here for both the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. So cool developer Anton Gale, who brought us the TAITO System SJ. Now, the vast majority of the games are available and we can play them, and in particular Elevator Action and what's that one called, Jungle King. Love Jungle King, absolutely superb game. But there are some games that haven't been implemented. So this tweet here from Anton Gill, where he says the schematic for TAITO System SJ security board has been finalized in KiCad. Now it's time to move on to coding. The development will enable the MiSTer and Analogue Pocket FPGA cores to support Frontline, Kickstart Wheelie King, the Tin Star and Sea Fighter Poseidon. There you go, we've got screenshots at the bottom there taken from system16.com, I think. Absolutely brilliant website. But yeah, here you go. So we've got Frontline over here, we got Kickstart. Got to say, Kickstart looks kicking. This one here, Tin Star. Then we've got Sea Fighter Poseidon. Is that an early version of In the Hunt? Who knows? But yeah, good stuff. More cores. Can never have enough arcade cores for both the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. Happy Earthion Day everyone. July the 31st saw the release of this game here, Earthion. Game of the year. It's a game that I was so looking forward to. Now, so far only the Steam version has been released. The Mega Drive cartridge is planned for 2026, and I believe later this year we should be getting versions for the major consoles, being Switch, Switch 2, PS4 and 5, Xbox Series and Xbox One. However, you can get it on Steam right now, and guys, this is a banger of a game. Now, you can get this working on other devices. The Steam version does come with the ROM, however the ROM is encrypted. Now, I managed to get my purchased Steam version ROM decrypted, and I was able to run it on other devices. So here you go, here it is. It's running on the Analogue Pocket and the MiSTer FPGA, and guys, they run absolutely great on there. All the effects are in there. Honestly, you can't believe that this is actually running on an FPGA core of the Sega Mega Drive. Absolutely fantastic. And here we've got it running on the Analogue Pocket, a video that I did earlier, and guys, absolutely superb, absolutely fine on both, but not just devices like the Analogue Pocket. Over here, guess what, on the Analogue Pocket, Juan Carlos Pastor is sharing images here where you can see down here he is getting this running on the Analogizer. So plenty of ways to playing it if you know how to adjust the ROM in order to get it working on something else. Now guys, I'll say to you, please buy this game, support the Steam release, right? Because if we support releases like this, it means we're going to get more games. I'd love to see Yuzo Koshiro go to make a Streets of Rage inspired brawler, right? I mean, we've got an excellent shmup here. I'd love to see another excellent brawler, and it's only when we support games like this, future games like this, and games for our classic systems can become a reality. So if you haven't bought the Steam version already, go buy it. It will run on a TAITO PC, and then obviously if like myself you're able to get it decrypted, the ROM that's inside there's a game.bin file in the local files when you browse it, and you can convert it over, then cool, play it on your other devices like I am. I just can't help you with any of that, right? Okay, we checked that out. Okay, next up here, Concade Gaming, a friend of the channel, they've converted their ROM as well, and they're running it on the Mega EverDrive. Now they use the Mega EverDrive Pro version, and it works on that. Now someone did say in one of the comments on my video saying that it doesn't work on the Mega EverDrive X3. They got it to run on that, but they got an error message telling them that the ROM was too large. But if you do have a Mega EverDrive Pro, the decrypted ROM can work on there. Well, it is working on there because Concade Gaming is showing us. Let's see if there's a little bit of gameplay. Okay, there's a little bit of gameplay down here, and guys, that's running absolutely fine. And finally guys, you know, if you do want a way to launch it from NFC, then guess what, Anime Otaku has got you covered, guys. Look at, they're just brilliant. Love the NFC stuff, and these look really, really good. Whether you want Genesis or Mega Drive, both options are there for you. But guys, I'm just going to say it again, go buy this game, support indie developers, support projects like this. I mean, look at this, we've potentially got the best Mega Drive game ever in the year 2025. It really is that good. Go buy it now, support it, enjoy it any way you can, but get the version that's out there for sale. Anyway, moving on, and once I do this video, I'm going to play this. I just don't know where I'm going to play it. I'm likely going to play it on a handheld PC. Anyway, Earthion, brilliant, check it out. Some really cool information shared here from Takiuron. So the Superstation 1, initially Takiuron said that the Super Dock, which will accept optical media, will dump the game and it will play the dump. Now a lot of people said, no, we want to play directly from our optical media. Now my opinion here, guys, I'm happy not using optical media. I'm quite happy using a dump of my ROM and playing it on there. It is actually the best way to play. There's no loading, it's all in there, it just runs. But I get it, some people really want that nostalgic feeling and they want it loading straight from this. So what's really cool now is Superstation 1 now reading PS1 discs directly. Early test show promising results, so that's really, really cool now. And here is Takiuron showing a little bit of a video, and an absolute classic PlayStation 1 showing being shown off here. So yeah, sounds really, really good. Excited about the Superstation 1. I know many of you guys have pre-ordered it, and it's still scheduled to release Q3 for all the people that purchased the Founders Edition. You can't currently buy this, but I'm sure once the pre-orders are fulfilled, and there'll be another run of these where hopefully these will just be normal in stock and anyone can pick one out. But it's nice, the Mr. FPGA has come a long way. The evolution, it's still evolving, right? We've had the Mr. FPGA, then we had sellers selling complete bundles, then we had Takiuron come with a Mr. Pi and just kind of half the price of a full complete setup, where people like QM Tech come in there. We've got the Mr. Multisystem 2, and we've got devices like the Superstation 1, and this one now can read discs directly, it can dump them, it can do quite a lot. Superstation 1 is looking absolutely great, and Final Fantasy VII, an absolute great game. What a classic. And yeah, man, looking forward to the Superstation 1 release. Moving from the Superstation 1 to the Mr. Multisystem 2. And guys, big news. There's a big update. And like it says over here, it's heading for prime time, baby. Good stuff. Okay, so have a look at this video. It's a really, really good video. It shows a lot in here. It's running cartridges. They talk about how they test each component that they bought individually to make sure they're not buying fakes or they're not buying faulty products before they decide to commit on a massive order. They've got more printing equipment now so they can fulfill orders. They're still expecting the first purchase or the first pre-orders MiSTer Multisystems 2 to go out early this month. It looks like the guys are on track and they're making a lot more stuff here. Now there's a post on metalgamesolid.com and just a few pointers down here. So production is underway and the first units are shipping in early August, and an add-on cartridge is being developed to support existing snack adapters. So what happened previously, said, hey, you're making proprietary snack adapters for this, but we've already got so many. So what they've done with that is there's going to be one adapter that you purchase which will give you access to all your snack adapters. So you don't have to buy another 10, you just buy one adapter that fits with that, and your snack adapters will then be compatible with the MiSTer Multisystem 2. So it's nice to see how they've responded to community feedback in a very, very positive way. The design is final and has been extensively tested. 3D printing capacity was increased to produce cases and other plastic parts. Design files for the case will be made available on printables, so if you want to print one yourself, you can do so. Now, alternative colors like you're seeing in the picture down there are going to be made available, so you can pretty much mix and match and make any type of MiSTer Multisystem 2 that you like. A Game Boy Advance cartridge reader has been prototyped in the video. I don't think they showed any Game Boy Advance stuff. I remember seeing Game Boy DMG stuff in there, maybe Game Boy Color, but definitely Game Boy DMG, as well as the Game Boy camera being used on there. This is really, really cool. A new PC engine control dock has been created and it works with other devices too. So it works via USB and you can plug in original PC engine controllers into your MiSTer Multisystem 2. You can use it on your PC, you can use it on your Raspberry Pi. It's just something that will give you access. And the modular arcade controller range is progressing with a trackball and a spinner in development. So they're also making controllers, and the MiSTer Multisystem 2 product range, or the universe, should I even call it, is really, really expanding. And the team encourages community engagement and is open to new ideas. So honestly, if you have an idea or you think, oh, this could make it better, I would like to see this, send Richard an email, reach out to them on social media. They will listen to you, they will respond. So overall, this looks like it's becoming a very, very good product. Really, really looking forward to this. And some of you guys that pre-ordered this will be getting it later this month. Do let me know when you get it and what you think of it. But in the meantime, the guys are doing a cracking job with the Multisystem 2. It must be love, love, love. Sorry, I apologize for making your ears go through that. Hopefully you can unhear that. But guys, it is love when there's two projects that I love when you see them collaborating. And in this case, it's Zaparoo X MiSTer Multisystem 2. Universal loading system, absolutely superb, and the guys have teamed up together in order to get you these. So let's have a look at the Zaparoo store and what's popular. Multisystem 2 booster cards. So really, really nice to see this. The Zaparoo universe is excellent. It's a great way to load up your favorite games. And now with your brand new MiSTer Multisystem 2 that you should be getting soon if you pre-ordered one, you can have matching NFC cards courtesy of Zaparoo. Board developer Wicker Wacker, also known as Martin Donlon. Now before I go further, guys, Martin here himself says, warning, some flashing lights in this video, so be warned. Right, let's play that. So they've been working on some TAITO cores, the TAITO System F1 or the TAITO F1 and the TAITO F2 system. Now they've got the vast majority of games working on those systems, but there's a couple to go, one of them being Dead Connection over here. Now Dead Connection, in a second here, you're gonna see like a guy, and honestly, it looks like Marlon Brando out of the Godfather movie. Definitely resembles Marlon Brando. At the very least, it's taken inspiration from that movie. But this is an interesting game. So going over to System 16, where it will show us a quick screenshot of there. Now games like Don Doka Don we have already, we've been enjoying that. This one down here, Drift Out, we have as well. But yeah, Dead Connection. So if you look at over here, you've got a tiny little sprite, and it's quite weird where it looks like it's like a run and gun in a beat 'em up kind of style movement, but your sprite's really, really tiny on the screen. So kind of looking forward to trying this. It looks like a very, very unique game. But out of all the games there, okay, so Camel Tribe, we have this great game to play with a spinner if you have one. Dead Connection, waiting for. Don Doka Don, we have it, we play it. Drift Out, and drive out, we have Eurochamp 92. I can't remember if we have this or not, to be honest. Someone tell me in comments, as well as Hat Trick Hero, Metal Black. A lot of people are really waiting for this game, so I'm kind of looking forward to trying it because it does get spoken of quite a bit. Pulley Ruler we have now. That's a great game, by the way, guys. Thunder Fox, absolutely brilliant, man. Anyone remember that cartoon? Thunder, 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 Thunder Fox. Anyway, it's not about Thunder Fox today. Today, it's about potentially us getting Dead Connection some point in the future. As always, awesome work from David Shadoff. And guys, I've got David Shadoff coming on for a chat and interview at the end of the month. So make sure you're present during that live stream. Check the live stream section of the channel. You can see an event is already created there. Just press remind me and it will remind you when we go live. But they've recently been working on the X68000 core, and they've been adding like more features to it and more quality of life features. And over here in the latest unstable update, it says add controllers, Turbo 2 buttons, Mega Drive 3 button, Capcom 6 button, so you can play Street Fighter with a 6 button controller now, and Ruffin XE1AP back end. Absolutely great work from David Shadoff. The X68000 is a great core. It's a computer core, but unlike I like the Amiga, I even like the ST over here, but over in Japan, man, these guys had like a computer that was giving them arcade ports that were very, very true to the arcade version. So definitely check out the X68000 core. I'm pretty sure it's available via Update Tool, but if it is available via Update Tool, there's like a neon pack that you can get where it's got like a whole bunch of games and stuff in there. But yes, X68000, just try it. For the latest version, you will need the unstable versions that are available on the Mr. FPGA Discord server. We got a new call from a new developer like a week or so ago for the Mr. FPGA, and just a couple of days later, Obsidian.dev actually ported it over to the Analogue Pocket. So the issue that we had with the MiSTer, there was no screen rotation. So when you played this, it was, well, 90 degrees. It was Tate mode. So what's happened now in the most recent update, by the way, there's 2 games in this core. This one here, Star Force, and then we've got another one here called Baluba Luke no Densetsu, right? This game down here. So initially on the MiSTer, the screen was rotated. So if you're playing it on a HDMI display, you either had to turn your head sideways or you had to physically rotate your screen. But the good thing is the developer behind this, Madoka Star Force, screen rotation supported H blank fix. So yeah, if you had the issue of not being able to rotate the screen now, grab this version of the core. Now I'm not sure if it's available via Update Tool. Yeah, I did install my one manually, but you can update it manually. It's pretty straightforward to do that, and you could be enjoying Star Force the right way round. Did you recently buy a MiSTer Pi and you didn't have a case and you're on the market for a case and you have access to a 3D printer? Well, this case might be for you. Metro enclosure for MiSTer Pi, or some of you guys out there that like tinkering around and like changing your case like my wife changes her handbags. Well, this might be for you, and it's a decent looking case, I have to say. Now, if you want to buy the files for this, the 3D printing files will set you back $9. It's up to you if you want to get it. If you like this style, you can support the person that, or the developer that has well, designed this and brought this over to us. Developer or designer, what should I call them? Developer, designer, I don't know, I've heard it both ways. But yeah, interesting looking case. And over on GitHub, they've got instructions of how to put everything together once you actually print it. And the MiSTer FPGA Star Force core has been brought over to the Analogue Pocket by Obsidian.dev, and you can grab that now. It should be available via the updaters. If not, yeah, you can grab it from Obsidian.dev's GitHub page and enjoy the games that are available here. I can't remember the name of the other game, can never remember it, but you've got Star Force the Shmup. Very, very charming, very, very happy soundtrack, man. You play it, you'll get shot, and you'll be happy when you do. And the other game here is this game here, which is, I can't see it on the screen there, but yeah, blah, 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 something, I really can't remember it, but this is a very, very much fun game as well. And hats off to Obsidian.dev. He really got a speed run done with the porting of this core from the MiSTer to the Analogue Pocket. I can't remember if it was either 1 day or 2 days after the MiSTer FPGA core released. And as Obsidian.dev brings over Star Force to the Analogue Pocket, guess what? Random Monk 3 also makes the core compatible with the Analogizer. So you can see it here, you can play it on a CRT and you can even use a legacy controller. But that's not the biggest news. Check this out, guys. Win an Analogizer for your Analogue Pocket. To celebrate the launch of Metal Gear Solid, we are doing a series of giveaways, and so far we have 4, and this is giveaway number 1, right? You can win yourself an Analogizer, well, and you can play your Analogue Pocket on a CRT while you await Analogue to actually deliver their official DAC themselves. But in the meantime, this does a fantastic job. You can use original controllers via snack and output to a legacy display. Now there's a series of questions that you need to answer. Head over to Metal Gear Solid. There's still a couple of days to go. This ends on Monday, so by the time this video is live, there should be around 48 hours left before this ends. And there's 4 questions you need to answer. You can see them here. And out of the people that answer the questions correctly, we will select a winner randomly. So have a look at the questions. It starts off with an easy question and it goes off with a difficult question. And one of the reasons for these questions is the developer behind this Random Monk Free. He wants whoever wins it to actually know how to use this device, because this device, although a lot of stuff has made easier on there, there is a degree of technical knowledge, not major technical knowledge. Heck, I got it working, which means it's not that difficult. But what we don't want is we don't want the prize going to somebody and they have no idea how to work it and it just sits there. We want this to be used. So if someone can answer these 4 questions correctly and they get selected, then they should be competent enough to get this device working. So guys, don't delay, enter the Analogizer competition today. If you remember, a while ago on the channel, I did a video on a game called Frontier Force, and I liked it very, very much. It was a Master System game brought over by a person called Adam, also known as Bad Computer over on itch.io. Well, they are working on a brand new game now. It's called Razing Core, and a demo is available to play. Guys, this looks fantastic. Why do I love this game so much? And you know what? I kind of suck because I haven't actually played this yet, right? I've been busy. I've been busy doing other stuff, channel, website, work, everything else. And yes, I decided to play Earthion and just disregard every other game out there. But this game should not be disregarded. Look at it. If you played Gunhead on the PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16, you played Blazing Lasers. Yes, this looks like its cousin. You know, Gunhead enters a room and brings its cousin with it. This is it over here. Razing Core looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, even this part over here, absolutely love how you've got the Master System controller there and it's giving you like a little instructions of how to play this game, very, very Neo Geo style. You can head over to the itch.io page and right over here, you've got a downloadable link for the demo. So try it out on your Master System, try it out on your MiSTer, your Analogue Pocket, on an emulator, wherever you do your gaming, but just try this out. And hopefully it will be available for sale soon. Likely there'll be a cartridge version as well, because I think for Frontier Force, Bad Computer's previous release, it's available on cartridge. If not, it's due to come out very, very soon. But yeah, loving this stuff. We get a shooter for the Mega Drive and we've got a demo for the Master System. We are eating good this weekend, guys. If you grew up in the Amiga and the Atari ST era, you know the game Xenon. Xenon 2 was big, but the guys behind it, the Bitmap brothers, they were solid gold when it came to computer games of that kind of 16-bit era. I mean, Speedball 2, one of my favorite games. In fact, I remember, I think throughout one of my summer holidays when I was off school, I remember doing like a season and doing follow-up seasons, playing the Brutal Deluxe in Speedball 2 and just smashing that game, man. Absolutely fantastic game. Then they did games like the Chaos Engine. So naturally, when I hear Xenon 3 Hyper Blast is coming out, I'm going to pay attention, and it's something that I'm looking forward to. So Commodore, kind of like reinvented, rebought company, they bought the rights to this game and they are going to be bringing it out. But initially, it's going to be exclusively for the Starcade before arriving on Steam, PlayStation and Nintendo. So hopefully we can get this soon, and I hope they do a really, really good job of it, because Xenon 2, like especially, so I don't remember Xenon 1 so much. You've got a picture of a spaceship or a spacecraft and a tank here. Xenon 1 you could swap between the two. Xenon 2 you're only a spaceship, but Xenon 2 just had a really unique look about it. The movement was very, very unique as well. So really interesting to see what Commodore do with Xenon 3. Don't let us down, Commodore. We want to see a banger of a shmup. Make no mistake, guys, Mario Kart 64 Amped Up feels like an official update or an official sequel to Mario Kart 64 that Nintendo released themselves for the Nintendo 64 back in the day. Like, honestly, this really pushes the tech. It really is amazing, and it also works on a MiSTer FPGA, guys. You can take advantage of extra frame rate if you're using on stuff like software emulators. This really is fantastic. So we got version 3.0, then we got version 3.01, which was a hot fix update. The developer behind this is Litronom. They are fantastic, and they've got a very good soundtrack for this as well. Like, it's really that banging. Great game, great soundtrack. I did a video covering it, and as you can see, this stage over here, right? So we're playing Mario Kart, but this stage here is from the game Diddy Kong, and it is superb. And you get to see lots and lots of different levels, lots and lots of different stages, whether it's from the 3DS, whether it's from the GameCube. And look at that dinosaur. Yeah, remember Diddy Kong Racing? That dinosaur's still in here, and yes, it can still squash you. And finally, guys, the MiSTer FPGA Discord server game challenge. So every so often, or for a period of time, they have a challenge going. Now, you don't have to have a MiSTer FPGA in order to participate, but obviously if you have a MiSTer, do it on that. The rules are set out here. You have to leave everything on default mode, and there's 4 stages or 4 tracks that you're doing time trials on. One of them here, GameCube Mario Circuit. So there you go, that's a level at the GameCube. Then the next one here, SA2B Route 64, Hazy Maze Cave, and 3DS Neo Bowser City. So a level from the 3DS. Likely these two are from somewhere else as well, but I can't remember because, hey, my knowledge isn't that great on Mario Kart. But guys, Mario Kart Amped Up is fantastic. Play it right now. Patch the ROM of your Mario Kart 64. Play it on MiSTer, play it on an emulator, play it on your Steam Deck, or even play it on your Nintendo 64. Just freaking play it. It is superb. Mugen. Love it or hate it. Personally, I love it. I love playing like different Mugens out there against the CPU, and it's come a long way. So Violin Ken is working on this, but look how darn good this looks, man. We've got Resident Evil Remake Leon in here versus Street Fighter V Ryu. Honestly, just can't believe how darn good this looks now. Like, there's one that I really like a lot called Street Fighter 2 Deluxe Edition. It's got like pretty much every Street Fighter, forget Street Fighter, every single SNK game character out there, pretty much any fighting game you can think of, the characters in there. So this one looks really good. Looking forward to this. You know, Violin Ken doing an absolutely great job with this. I mean, look at this, guys, absolutely superb. Now, I know people say Mugens are unbalanced and you can't play them in tournaments. You know what? I don't even care. The thing is, I like having fun when I play this. Like, when I play it, I have fun. I enjoy myself. I play it and I'm like, wow, I'm just blown away by the character choices, the moves, and the craziness. So this is something I'm very much so looking forward to. If you want to keep up to date with this, definitely give Violin Ken a follow. And yeah, check it out, guys. Absolutely amazing. Mum, there's an Atari in my watch, and that's exactly what it is. So guys, if I don't wear a watch actually, but you know, if you're a fan of the Atari 2600 and you want a timepiece where you can play a few classic games, and it mentions the games that are in there. Here you go: Centipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Super Breakout. And if you want a timepiece with interchangeable straps, this might be your thing. Chicken Wing. There you go. Comes with some straps and whatnot. That's the 4 games that you've got down there. It's got like a fitness tracker, whatever the heck that is. Okay, monitor, heart rate, and it also tracks your steps like a pedometer. So good stuff if you're interested in this. Now, I just went over to the page, and I'm pretty sure when I went to it, when I wrote that article on metalgamesolid.com, you could buy it, right? It's £61.13, but it says, we're sorry, this product isn't available for purchase in your market. We're actively working on expanding the global availability of our product. Now, it's quite possible that I could have missed this, but you know what, I don't remember it. Anyway, like, maybe you can buy it in a different country. We do get viewers from all around the world. And if you're a fan of the Atari, actually do let me know. Would you buy this, or would you just prefer to keep a smartwatch and probably run an emulator or some kind of theme on there? I mean, this does have like a paddle controller that works as a paddle controller, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, Atari watch. Before we go into the outro, I just want to give a shout out to Metal Game Solid. This is a website that myself and my friend Anime Otaku are working on, and we're trying to keep you updated with all things FPGA and retro and related gaming. Now, everything you saw in today's video, or let's say 99% of the stuff, would have been published on Metal Game Solid as soon as we found out about it, or as soon as humanly possible we could post it. There's also additional stuff on there that's not in the weekly news video, so definitely check it out, and sign up for an account, because we're doing plenty of giveaways and a lot of promotions to celebrate the recent launch of this website. So guys, this brings us to the end of this week's episode. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. Be awesome to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.